सुप्रभात. गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू. भारताचा 78वा स्वातंत्र्य दिन साजरा करण्यासाठी आपण सर्व उपस्थित आहोत. भारताच्या 78व्या स्वातंत्र्य दिनानिमित्त ध्वजारोहण कार्यक्रमास उपस्थित सर्वांचे हार्दिक स्वागत आणि शुभेच्छा. आजच्या ध्वजारोहण कार्यक्रमाचे प्रमुख पाहुणे महाविद्यालयाचे प्राचार्य आदरणीय डॉक्टर आर.जे. बाळनबस सर काही क्षणात ध्वजारोहण कार्यक्रमासाठी उपस्थित होतील. उपस्थित सर्वांना विनंती आहे आपले मोबाईल फोन बंद असू द्यावेत. धन्यवाद. CSRDचे डायरेक्टर आदरणीय डॉक्टर सुरेश पठारे सर, कॉलेजचे उपप्राचार्य डॉक्टर प्रीतम कुमार बेदरकर, प्राध्यापक दिलीप कुमार भालसिंग, डॉक्टर नोएल पारगे, चीफ कोर्स कोऑर्डिनेटर नॉन ग्रँड सेक्शन डॉक्टर रज्जाक सर, महाविद्यालयाचे रजिस्ट्रार पीटर चक्रनारायण, ज्युनियर कॉलेजचे उपप्राचार्य विनीत गायकवाड व उपस्थित शिक्षक, शिक्षकेतर कर्मचारी व विद्यार्थी, महाविद्यालयाच्या वतीने आपल्या सर्वांचे 78व्या स्वातंत्र्य दिनानिमित्त हार्दिक हार्दिक स्वागत.
मैं प्रतिज्ञा करता हूं कि मैं सच्चाई एवं निष्ठा से अपने देश की सेवा करूंगा तथा नेशनल कैडेट कोर के नियमों अधिनियमों का पालन करूंगा और अपने कमांडिंग ऑफिसर के आदेश के अनुसार हर परेड और कैंप में यथा योग्य उपस्थित रहूंगा. जय हिंद.
Greetings to you all on this, the 78th Independence Day of our nation. Recently, when I was thinking about what thought I should share with you this morning, I could not but help think of the headlines that we seem to be bombarded with day in and day out in India as well as around the world. To name a few, in India, we are making great strides as an economic powerhouse. We are getting noticed all over the world because of the speed at which developments are taking place at high speed. In spite of these and various other good things happening, there are a few areas of concern that we must not ignore. To name a few, the safety of our women, the unhappiness that lies in the minds of our youth because of the lack of job opportunities, and the gap between the rich and the poor that seems to be widening every day. In other parts of the world, be it Gaza or Ukraine, the war continues to drag on. There is great sorrow because of the loss of lives and houses and peoples being displaced, to name a few. In other parts of the world, there is also a lot of pain and suffering where ordinary citizens like you and me are taking to the streets because their basic issues are not being dealt with. Elected governments are being toppled. Groups and gangs are taking over the running of the country, causing chaos, and economy is collapsing. Amid all this ruin and chaos that surrounds us, we all need to maintain a sense of balance. We need to feel that all is not lost and there is hope, and indeed a way out of the predicament that we find ourselves in. This morning I thought I would share with you a story which is pertinent to the single point that I'm trying to convey through today's thought. It is one of a Belgian priest in the 19th century by the name of Father Damien, whose life and whose mission was based in Hawaii, which is one of the states of America, the 50th state of USA. You see, Hawaii was facing in the beginning of the 19th century a public health crisis where many, if not thousands of its citizens were getting infected and dying of diseases. Diseases brought in by foreign traders and soldiers. Influenza was one of the major killers in the period. However, the major killer was leprosy, and people were dying of leprosy, their bodies wasting and they dying. And therefore, at that time, the government thought that why not quarantine or isolate these lepers to some other part of Hawaii so that this disease would not spread, because wrongly at that point in time, they thought that leprosy is contagious. So you can imagine, en masse, these lepers, if I may call them so, were shipped to a beautiful but an isolated island in Hawaii called as Molokai. The island of Molokai was a beautiful scenic island where these lepers were moved and quarantined en masse. It boasted of nothing. There were no civic facilities, there were no hospitals, there were no schools, and there were no amenities per se, and in short, these lepers were just left to die. Soon the government thought that this is not the way we treat our citizens, and therefore they volunteered or asked for a volunteer, a priest, who would be willing to go to this beautiful island of Molokai and minister to these lepers who were suffering greatly. Not too many people responded, which is usually the case. However, one young Belgian priest who was 19 years old at that time, called as Father Damien, volunteered to go and work among the lepers of Molokai. So Father Damien was shipped by the Catholic Church to Molokai. Besides being a priest, he was an amateur carpenter, and besides administering to the people, he was acted as a carpenter. He built houses, he made coffins, he dressed up their ulcers, and in short, helped them to live and die a life of dignity. Soon these lepers and their colonies in that beautiful island of Molokai started flourishing. Schools were built, hospitals were built, facilities came up, and it became a thriving township, and people started having some basic civic amenities that they so richly deserved. This went on for 16 long years. And one morning at the age of 45, Father Damien, who had a habit of having a bath early in the morning before he set out on his business with boiling water or very hot water, took boiling water as he normally did, or a very hot water, let us put it, and poured it onto his feet and began his bath. But the water was very hot and it caused his toe to blister. However, to his surprise, Father Damien did not feel anything. Father Damien had contracted leprosy. He continued his work with the same zeal and enthusiasm in spite of the fact that he had contracted leprosy. In about 4 years' time, his leprosy had spread greatly. There were tubercles or swellings on his back, his chest, his abdomen. His cheeks, his nose, his lips were swollen, and his entire body was wasting. The story goes on to say that Father Damien died at the age of 49, peacefully knowing very well with a smile on his lips that he had completed life's mission, which was to help the lepers of Molokai live a life of dignity. He was made a saint by the Catholic Church in the year 2009. Now, the reason why I'm telling the story of Father Damien, besides being a very poignant one, is there are messages that we can all learn from it. In that, more than ever, there is a need for people like you and me to take up issues which are of concern to us and to work on them selflessly with the utmost conviction, irrespective of the price we have to pay. And who knows, from among us will arise a champion which will rid society of at least some of the ills that it is plagued by. As someone wisely said, and I quote, our lives are not determined by what happens to us, but how we react to what happens. Not by what life brings to us, but by the attitude that we bring to life. And therefore, on the auspices of this our 78th Independence Day, let each one of us recommit ourselves to taking up a cause that is close to our heart and try to make a difference to those around us. And in doing that, hope that our children and thereafter our children's children might lead better lives. God bless this great country and this great institution of ours.